Moose is in the house. Moose is in the house. Watch out. Watch out. Here's Moosey.
Hey y'all, we're going straight to this. We're going into it. I'm not even appearing on camera because I haven't even showered yet from the gym. I got home. It took me like an hour to do dishes. Oh, sorry. That's gonna happen occasionally. My back is gonna be spasming, so we're chilling. So I'm still greasy as hell. Like I literally haven't showered from the gym. I didn't even have too like crazy of a workout because I got hurt like immediately. It was like I'd done my warm-up stretches and everything was fine. And then first little drill of the day was like 3 minutes of skipping, and like 2 minutes in, I tripped a little bit, and just the way I caught myself, my fucking back, like, just donezo. No, so the reason this looks the way it looks, if you're like unsure of what's going on right now, is I hurt my back while I was doing sparring tonight. I didn't hurt myself during the actual sparring part. I threw out, or I re-aggravated an old lower back injury. It's actually the same side that guy's holding too. And that wasn't on purpose, but it's apt. Yeah, I landed wrong, like I caught myself in like a weird way, and immediately like my back spasmed, and then took like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes before I could like stand up again. And then I went through the rest of my sparring, and like it kind of sucked because I was moving real slow. I didn't have the bounciness I wanted. It was just like, you know, my movement was really fucked up. I couldn't like really I couldn't like torque any of the punches on my left side. So it was just, even though like I'm not throwing haymakers to kill the guy, it was just tough to move at all. And then, but like I was still moving, and then as soon as I finished, my back cooled down a little bit, and it's been like hell ever since. It's a 5-minute walk that took me like back to my place from the gym, roughly. Not to dox myself, I haven't told you guys what gym I go to. It's fine. But it took like almost 20 minutes to walk it because I had to keep stopping. Considering what the grocery store produce job did to me, this is scary accurate for almost 2 years now. Yeah, that was literally how I hurt my back originally too. An entire skid of shit was falling, and I couldn't get out of the way in time, so I like literally rugby tackled it to like keep it up from like crushing me, and it just like something in my back went. And then for a couple of years afterwards, I would have these like spasms, these like attacks where I would like, it would force me almost into like a fetal position. Like my back would contract in such a way that I would get all shrimp-like. Like a little curled shrimp, you know. Oh, laughing hurts. Fuck, man. Wow. Oh, I've like had to sneeze too. So if I sound like I'm congested, it's because I have to sneeze, but I'm literally afraid to do it because it's gonna hurt. Oh, no herniated disc? No. It's not like in my spine. It's a muscle in my lower back off to the side. Yeah, it's not in line with my spine. Yeah, it's off to the side. This is like I haven't felt this in years. It's been like, I want to say almost 10 years since I felt this. 10 years since it's been this bad. So I'm hoping it doesn't like, you know, keep flaring up, because I'm trying to make a push to like actually train for like a fight. That's just the most frustrating part, is just I just want to like train. Today, I probably should have just gone home immediately, though I don't know if it would have been any better or not. It was just, I don't know, not good. Anyway, we're gonna play some West Rancher. We're just gonna get this done really quick because, you know, it's tough sitting here right now. So we're just gonna power through. We're gonna get her done. Mostly for the obligation of finishing the tournament, and more so than anything else. I'm not worried about like viewership numbers or anything like that. You guys need to see how this tournament ends. We need to like get to the halfway point of the DXBL. And this is the last thing stopping us. So exclamation mark bracket if you want to see the bracket. I guess I can pin it. It's pinned now. And, yeah. I got to sneeze so bad, and I don't know why I have to sneeze. Just out of nowhere. It's like, my body's like, oh, your back hurts. What if we were to force you to do something that would make it hurt way, way more? Anyway. We'll get this done. But then I gotta go sit in the shower for a bit. And contemplate my life. Contemplate getting older. And then go to bed. Sorry, I guess I can't actually show you guys because I'm playing on their computer. But, I spent a lot of time today working on, the Mew video. And I think it's gonna be ready for tomorrow, but there's a chance it's not. Just because I ended up spending, like, a lot more time than I wanted. Like, to, like, really, really grind out some, like, cool graphics. And if you're in my Discord, you've probably seen them today. I was posting some work in progress stuff. Prediction is live. But because of that, I'm, like, quite literally, like, 12 hours behind on the video. I knew I wasn't going to be able to have it done for the end of August, but I was hoping to have it done for tomorrow. Feel that? I've had to drive home from work to get a ride to the ER once and just screamed every time I hit a pothole. I feel that. The old man picture? That's how I feel. Dude, I was doing dishes, and I literally had to, like, get Tiana to open up the cupboard underneath the sink to throw something out, because I couldn't, like, bend and extend my arm at the same time to, like, put something in the garbage. All right, 73% on his hard on. Both these monsters won both their matches yesterday, so here's where we're chilling. Whoever wins this is 3-0 on this tournament. Oh, all right, well, that's a big miss. It's going to be hard to come back from that. Especially with the crit. But he grits it. He's in there. All right, I lied.
I want to play video games.
Hey, Zaf. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Damn. All right, well, another diamond press. Okay, crit charge. Crit charge is okay. Dodge the tail. Dodge the pierce. We're in there. Bite. Bite's not going to kill, but you got enough guts for one more attack. It's a diving press. 999 damage. That was risky as fuck. We're in there. 31 months goes by so fast. Yeah, it's almost an entire year that you've been here. Another tail assault opener, eh? But the diving press lands. That's my tail press, baby. 3-0. Pimpy does it. GG's. Oh, what a game. Ah! I can't laugh. Fuck. Fuck you, dog. Oh, my God. Actually. It's tough. All right, Arc and Veteran up next. Both these monsters won both their matches yesterday as well. John Madden. Is he not uploaded now? Oh, because it's J. I gotta get rid of the J. The sneaky J. Now that some concentrated stretches can't fix for some relief. Yeah, I was doing some stretches in the gym. And yeah, it felt better. I think that's the only way I, like, made it home. But since I've been home, it's been tough. Coach gave me some medicine from France. Prediction is live. It's this... It's sports medicine. It's like... It's mostly vitamin C. But it's got some other stuff in it to, like, help with muscle relaxing. Did he give me Troron? That'd be sick, man. I'd be knocking people's heads off. How French is the medicine? What's it called? Sportinin? Sportenin? Yeah, I think so. It's so French that the first Google answer is mon pharmacien conseil. Here we go. Homeopathic medicine. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm willing to try it. I have an open mind. All right. 51-49. Ark's favor by a little bit. It's the same matchup as we saw earlier. Except reverse. Ah! I'm so glad I don't have the camera on me, because I must be making fucked up faces. You will never see. You have to subscribe to the Patreon to see. It's paywalled. The bite. Cousins are cousins. One Naga's a little more broken than the other. That's true. Quite true. Hey, Twar. Welcome, welcome. The little bites. The little stabs. Not using diving press in this matchup is actually criminal. Ark is getting away with actual murder. Top tier difference, I suppose. Gifted the win. Also, look at how fucked up the aliasing on the back of this fin is. I was so stressed out about my plant that I made having bad aliasing on the wings, and like this looks not good. Oh, I just suppressed a sneeze. I'm in hell. I'm in hell. We're dealing with it though. Pain is the cleanser. And what's it cleansing? I don't know. A good potential stream, I suppose. Oh, you know what? I sneezed right into the mic. Wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Should not be suppressing it. Totally legal and Claire Farron up next. Alright. A lot of top tiers haven't lost. Who would have thought? And also 2 Bakus. Though mine had to fight 2 tanks, so that definitely helps. Baku is top tier if its opponent is a tank. Unless it does what we just saw there. Okay, prediction is live. What do you guys like? For the More Monsters mod, is there a list of what monsters have been done? Yeah, it's on Legend Cup. But I say that not knowing how to navigate to it from legendcup.com. The only way I've ever been able to find it, I don't know what page you go to find it. But if you Google more monsters, like if you use the search function on Legend Cup, you can find it. But like I don't know how to navigate to it. %79% on Claire Farron. What happened to me? I looked like age 50 years and now I need a cane to move around in hospice. It's true. Hospice? What the fuck? That man's just old. He's not dying. There's a pin link. Right, but I don't know how to find it, like navigate to it. The problem with Legend Cup is not that there's actually any problems with it. It's that Monster Rancher has so many different like interlocking little things. Like it's kind of a mess to navigate, and it's not for lack of trying. I think Fenric's doing an extremely good job making it as concise and readable as possible. It's just that Monster Rancher by nature has so many different little mechanics. Sorry, spasming. All right. So many mechanics that could be featured on like multiple pages. Like cross-referencing is like, it's tough to like figure out where things should go. spine care doctor on YouTube. Luckily, it's like, it's really not the spine, which is like nice. It's like reassuring that it's like not the middle of my back. It's a muscle. It's like the muscle that my like liver is touching. That's 1-1, right? I guess your liver touches a lot of shit because it's huge, but like on the left-hand side. 2-0 Kamui already? Alright, so whatever. Dog wins. Totally legal. Alright, the Poop Man and the Joker Baby. The Poop Man versus the Joker Baby. Lats are the largest stretch muscle, so there's all sorts of intricate layers with their own functions as you go down the back, yeah. It'll be cool to, if you have that. I'm not saying don't send it to me. I'm not trying to act like I know what the fuck is up. What the fuck is up? Denny's? Okay, I don't know if you guys know what's going on. That's fine, though. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look. Couldn't hurt. It could literally hurt, but you know what I mean. Missed it. What happened to me? I pulled my back in sparring today. Ever had a good idea to do int build Kamui? I mean, power build is better, but Ice Bomb is a really good tech. The problem is that you can't get rid of his basics, right? Does laying down for a time make it worse? Moving from like one position to another position makes it worse. Like right now, breathing in deep is like difficult. But it's like mostly fine. But if I were to like transition from this position to something else, it would hurt. Turns out Kamui makes things better in general. Kamui, he makes things better. Get that checked? But I already know what the issue is. It's an old injury that's like flared up from 15 years ago, 13 years ago maybe. I haven't felt it in like over a decade. I actually, the last time I felt it, it was my very, very first day training for boxing, trying to do Russian twists. My core was weak, and so I was like overexerting my lower back, and it was not good for it. When I first injured myself when I was getting it checked out, did everyone and their baby ask you if you were incontinent? Nice. Yeah, and then they asked me if I was in hospice, even though I don't look like it. Like, I don't get it. That's a 2-0, right? And then they asked if they told me I looked really tired, and I said that's none of their business, and then they left the community forever. 2-0, 1-1. You guys are freaks. I'm 99% sure Mochi won the first one. Incontinence can be a sign of something very serious. Well, I mean, it would be, yes. Especially at my age. At my age? Do I qualify? Claw Lobber and Primus. I need nuts oil. How did your stupid baby sweep tonight? I don't know. It happens. Mochi too good. Actually top tier. In combination with injury? I know. I know what you're saying. It gets asked so much in the beginning. It's like, should I be wetting myself? No, I didn't get asked that, I don't think. They just asked me how I hurt myself, and they're like, yeah, all right, that sounds like you pulled your back because something that weighed 1,000 pounds was falling on you. And then they didn't ask any more questions. They were just like, can you, like, sit down? Can you stand up? And I was like, it just spasms occasionally. And they were like, okay, whatever. Take some time off work. All right, prediction is live. As to your sexual orientation, I am of the persuasion that likes to have a working back. 1,000 pounds is like 2 of you. I mean, my back would hurt if I tried to pick up 2 of you as well, yeah. If you hear a pop, you're in deep shit. No. Oh my god. It's honestly not that bad. And I'm not being that guy that's like, I don't need to go to the hospital. I'm tough. It's like, it hurts, but I'll get over it and it'll be fine. It's just frustrating. It's more than anything else, like, it hurts and it's like physically limiting. 84% on Primus. But the worst thing is, like, I just wanted to train today, and there was 2 guys in sparring today who I'm not significantly better than. So I was like hyped to like have some competition, because the last couple of weeks I've been going, I've I've been kind of styling on people, and it's cool to see my improvement, but I felt like I was picking up a lot of bad habits. My coach even said so much. Pride got hurt? No, it's more of a... I wouldn't even say it's pride, like, at all. It's more so I just really wanted the opportunity. I'd been looking up to it. I'd been looking forward to it, and it just, have my back go out immediately is very, very frustrating. It's all good. There's always next time. It's just there's only so many next times, And I had trained Monday, but I hadn't trained in like 4 days since then, because my abs, I like really, really overworked them like 4 or 5 days in a row. And my abs were in like the most pain I think they had ever been in. I think over 5 days I had done the equivalent of like maybe like 10,000 sit-ups. Like, I didn't do 10,000 sit-ups, but like between like sit-ups and the minutes and like probably like 40 minutes of planking and like just the combination of everything, probably the equivalent of like 10,000 sit-ups. And so it was just like really, really rough. And I was like, I gotta take a couple of days off. And then like I woke up the next day and it still hurt, like to the point where I could barely do anything. So I did a couple of push-ups, I did some squats, but like I couldn't do any core exercises. And then Monday came around and I was feeling okay, but it still hurt. And then yesterday and today I was like actually feeling good. I was like, I'm into it. And then immediately my back is just fucked up. One time I had back pain from sleeping problems. A friend fixed it accidentally by being overly enthusiastic with a hug. That's crazy. Training for anything or just for fun? I've got it in my head that I'm going to be doing a fight at some point. Prediction is live. Who do you like? Nothing is scheduled yet. The assumption is that I'm going to be signed up for something for February or end of January. They have a small Pacific Island man hammer fist my abs like they did in Rocky. Yeah, I got my own personal guy who does that. Will I be posting rankings during break, or is it already posted somewhere? You can just check the bracket. It's linked in the chat. Oh, you mean for the... Yeah, so the rankings are already posted in the DXBL channel. I can't pin it on the regular Monster Rancher Discord, but it's pinned in the DXBL channel on my side. In my Discord. Heavyweight hasn't been updated yet, but the other two have. $56% on no-fly zone. American insurance wouldn't cover small Pacific Island man. That's true. They'd find out you knew a guy, and they'd be like, "That's a pre-existing condition, a pre-consisting addition." A pre-existing condition. And you'd be like, that doesn't make any sense. He's just like a man. He's just innocent men. And then they'd be, I don't know. they'd say you're threatening them or something. Your Achilles tendons have somehow gotten swollen. That's crazy. The bombing is the bombing. No fly zone 1 game 1, right? 2 missiles. Bada boom, bada bing. Precondristing expedition. Yeah. 2-0 bird? Okay. I just gotta say something and then someone will be like, no, you're fucking stupid. And it gives me the answer I need. Like those guys in the YouTube comments or the YouTube videos who mispronounce that word like in the most insane way. So the comments are just like, you moron. And they get extra views and interactions out of it. I remember K-Bash. I don't know if you guys ever watched K-Bash. He has a fun video on Monster Rancher, actually. It's about the worst Monster Rancher games. And he basically covers all of the non-mainline Monster Rancher games. And then he's like, some of these are like actually pretty good. It's fun. But he makes a lot of videos. And I remember there's one video. I don't know what it was about. Was it a Fire Emblem video maybe? But he gets so hung up on the name Gillespie. Like Dizzy Gillespie, Gillespie. And he's like, Gillis Pie? Who would name somebody Gillis Pie? And just like makes a big deal out of it to the point where it's like, this guy's got to be fucking with his audience. It was very funny. And I don't know if he actually was or not. But I was like, I'm not going to take the bait. I don't know if it's real or not. Prediction is live. But I'm not taking the bait. He's heard Gillespie. He's heard that name. Yeah. I think a lot of Pokemon YouTubers a little bit can't read. I mean, yeah, there's also that, like, they're legitimately stupid. That's not K-Bash. He's not a Pokemon YouTuber, but 58% on the Hercules. Hercules / combo. You dead, kid? GG's. Game 1 goes to the bug. Cut in 2. The dash / misses. A little gel top action. Here we go. Just notice it's especially prominent with Poketubers. Well, I mean, it's the audience most likely to be angry about them misspelling something or mispronouncing something. So it's probably a little column A, a little column B. / combo. Oh, another gel top miss. Raven is going to take that. We're flying tonight. It really makes me wish that, you know, it wasn't going to have to end so soon. But we're chilling. Canner Run Doom and Manly Oak next. A lot of times it's just they've never seen the word before. Yeah, they've only seen it written. All right. Prediction is live. Who do you guys like? In the ancient texts. It's happened to me a couple of times, but like never in like an embarrassing way, thankfully. There's words that can be pronounced like multiple ways with like different inflections that like I've had people be like, you've pronounced that wrong, and it's like, no, you're just stupid. Like, who cares? 73% on Manly Oak. Like, you can say anachronistic or anachronistic. Both of those are like fine. But no matter which one I say, there's someone in the comments that's like, it's actually pronounced the other way. It's like, cool. You guys should like have a date and like kiss about it. because you guys don't agree and you're both telling me I'm wrong. I've said it both ways. What's the reason devs shortened lifespans in 2DX? They didn't. They actually raised the lifespans in Monster Rancher 2. In Monster Farm 2, the Japanese version, these are the lifespans the monsters have. Oh, dude, when they don't know what the word means and they've just written it down, it's so funny. My favorite is when someone says something is prolific when they mean profound. They'll be like, this is a very prolific work of art. And it's like, expand on that. What do you mean by that? What's that mean? Alright, we got double chop combo for the win. I'm trying to commentate, but I'm also not trying to, like, scream. It's not even... I have a mouth and I can scream, but I kind of can't because when my back is seizing, it's like... If I wanted to vocalize what I was feeling, it would probably hurt more. It's like I'm, like, getting winded every time it happens, just a tiny bit. Oh, and they're reading press releases. Yeah. Okay, there's that too. My favorite, like, example of something like that is my friend once said... My friend who is not... He's ESL. He's not... He could speak English really well, but, like, French was his first language. He didn't have a whole, like, a pretty strong accent or anything like that. Intelligent guy. But I remember him saying something when we were in high school about, like, Shakira is the voice of a generation or something like that. And I was like, in what sense, brother? And he's like, well, nobody in this generation has the same voice as her. And I was like, all right. We're not okay. Ah, that's me yelling. My butt's too big for the rides at Knott's Berry Farms. She's a yodeling woman. Shakira does kind of yodel. I've never thought of it like that, but she does. 55% on knee. Shakira hits the kiss. Into the samurai kick? Damn, that's a big combo. Kiss is such a funny pickup. I love it. Power spit. Power chewing. He's hit so many power chewings this tournament. 35 tongue slap? Oh my god, he gets it. I guess the voice of the generation thing isn't the same thing. Like, that's just not understanding an idiom. But it's still funny. I heard, I think, the first Shakira song that's not Hips Don't Lie the other day. Like, for me, I butchered that sentence. I heard the first Shakira song. I'm gonna do the same thing again. Ah, my back is punishing me for not knowing how to speak. Okay. I heard my second Shakira song the other day. I have to be curt about it. Nailed it, thank you. Sex Haver and Shrike up next. I have no back and I must scream. I'm actually, like, legitimately pissed because I was so excited to, like, get up tomorrow and, like, go for a run. I really hope I wake up tomorrow and I'm fine. I have a feeling that it's not going to be that way. I got a feeling. That's a story I don't know if I've ever told. So I went to a school, Predictions Lab, by the way, for music production. Can I ice it down yet? I got icy hot on it right now. I had ice on it earlier. But I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to put more ice on it afterwards. And here I am thinking, like... I'll tell the story in a second. I've had, like, weird, like, shin splints for a little while. And it's... I didn't feel them at all today. I'll just say that. I didn't have to worry about the shin splints at all.
92% on Shrike. Here we go. People like Shrike. So yeah, I went to a music school. Like as my post-secondary, I went to a college that did music production and performance and stuff like that. And there was this one guy, like, I don't know why, but they just had like an acoustic guitar in the lobby. And I remember doing an exam in a classroom that like backed onto the lobby. And, you know, it's really quiet. And then all you can hear is a guy doing an acoustic cover of I Got a Feeling That Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Like, and just like, there's no other words in that fucking song. And so he was just going and going and going. And we got to a point where like someone outside was like, shut the fuck up, dude. I think I may have made that guy cry like more than once. Actual weirdo. He was like, I remember he like would like hit on my girlfriend all the time, but he's also like my girlfriend at the time before I met Tiana. And it was so embarrassing because it wasn't like suave or anything. So like in front of me, he would hit on my girlfriend, and then also it would be like, dude, this is the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen in my life. And I'd be laughing, and she'd be like beat red, like, please stop talking to me. I thought it was funny as hell. And it got to a point where I had to be like, can you like please like stop like texting her? Like, she didn't even give you her number. You got it like circuitously through like other people. And I remember when I sent him the text, like, stop fucking texting her, like, you're weirding her out. He called me, and I didn't pick up, Predictions Live. And then he called me again, and I'm like, what do you want? And he's, like, crying on the phone about it, about how sorry he is. And he's like, oh, I'm so, like, remorseful about it. And then he would be the guy to sing I Got a Feeling at half tempo on acoustic guitar as if it's a ballad. Anyway, he was like maybe like the 19th weirdest guy I went to school with. 88% on Beef Tank. Belly attack. I'm trying, folks. I'm looking like the guy in the picture right now. I've never looked more like that man. All right. That's one all, I think. I think that's 1 all. She hit the arrow. All right, cold fog. Cold fog in an empty room. That doesn't even make sense. I bet money that person had developmental disability. No, probably not on the autism spectrum, but something thereabouts. I don't think so. I think he... I mean, you know, it's not for me to say who is and who isn't, you know, neurodivergent. But for a long time, there was just, like, guys who were weird. And we're not allowed to say that anymore. But it's true. I was like 1,000 guts withered with the angry splash. He also told a story. They did this weird like fucking icebreaker thing where you had to talk about your best day ever and your worst day ever, and it's like these are strangers. Like nobody here wants to talk about like the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Like people have been like SA'd and like people go through like some heinous shit, family problems, that's, I don't know, like you name it, right? So nobody's gonna be like open about it. And I remember I made up something about how my brain only gets dopamine from being sad. because I thought it'd be really funny. And I remember half the room was like, wow, you're so brave for saying that. And I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid. I don't even think that's a thing. Like, what are you talking about? But this guy, his worst day was he walked in on... No, sorry. He described it as his best day and his worst day. And it was, he walked in on his girlfriend, his ex, and his best friend having sex. And then he sat there and just like weirded them out. And he's like, oh, I was heartbroken, but it was very funny. And it's like, maybe he was doing what I was doing. Maybe he was doing a bit. That's actually a thing. I know your brain can like have issues with how it like produces dopamine and how your body responds to it. But my thing was basically just like, I'm an emo kid. Like that's the way it was described. It was like that one bit in the AFI song that's like, my life is one big dark room. One big dark room. Bum, 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 bum. But anyway, and then I had to be like, no, that shit was fake. Like, I'm like, why would I talk about the worst thing that's ever happened to me? You guys are insane. Favorite thing is when someone says some nonsense thing, it means nothing and it means something very bad. I did that to one of my British friends the other day. Did you say spaz? So Kiko wins that. Spaz to them is like the C word to us. Like, it's very, very, very different level of severity in how much of a slur it is over there versus here. More the R word. Okay, like, how about you let me finish the thought I'm saying before you jump into the comments, because what you said doesn't make any sense. I know what you mean, but what you said doesn't make any sense in relation to the connection I was making. Okay, I don't even know what this is. Ronaldinho 1-1. I thought Tsukiko 1-1. Called him a nonce, which I thought was a funny nonsense word. I mean, they use it as a funny nonsense word. Oh, movies, thank you. I love your work. I stopped, and then I continued. 1-1. Okay, so Tsukiko did win the first one. You got your tism from your dad. Every home video he filmed of social events is just him filming and talking to the cat in the corner. That's sick, though. Good for him. Dude's rock. That dribbler takes it. If I had a nickel. But yeah, it's... Spaz is a word that's like... I understand it's like it's offensive to some people, but it really is like how Australians say the C word, right? It's just such like a normalized and like not really like hyper offensive like it is in the other culture. I get it that there's people who don't like it, and like I don't go out of my way to say it, but I'm comfortable enough saying the word, whereas I'm not comfortable enough to say the other word, which, you know, should prove the point I'm trying to make here. Even though it's not a word I use in my day-to-day and would never like call anyone that. Prediction is live. It's the classic bit of like, if you're comparing the badness of two words and you can't say one word, that's the worst word. I didn't realize that was like a term for super pedos over there. It's a term for all pedos. It doesn't mean super pedos. But British people use it all the time to mean like literally anything online because I don't know. They've literally used the word so much it's lost its meaning. Look at like any YouTube short where an English person has been and you'll see that word. Regardless of context. I once got called a nonce specifically for defending or like calling out someone being like vaguely like pedophilic. So like the word doesn't mean anything to them. Just going off what you're told. I know, and I'm arguing with it. I'm not saying you made this up. When I become Wilford Brimley, you guys gotta like meet a second old person. That fucker does not look anything like Wilford Brimley. Where's the mustache? Where's the glasses? I'm gonna watch The Thing tonight as I go to sleep. That's a 2-0. I'm like 99% sure. My brain is shutting down. Shmeeshmow and Mr. Shuart up next. We're the same age? You and Wilford Brimley are the same age? That's crazy. What are you doing in my chat? Don't you have like grandkids to play with? But yeah, if you're just getting here, I pulled my back, like I wrenched it pretty bad in sparring today. So, I haven't even showered yet. Because I feel like once I shower, I'm going to want to lay down and then that'll be that. So I'm just sitting here sweaty as shit. I have changed my clothes. So like I'm not sitting in my like gym clothes just like stewing. But it's still pretty gross. But we just put that up. And also because like occasionally my back is spasming. And I don't want a bunch of like gnarly screen grabs of me like wrenching my face in pain. Everybody's liking Shmeeshmow in this one. We don't have a single voter for Mr. Shuhart. If you got 10 chips, you can throw those in and take the whole pot if Shuhart wins. Yeah, it's about 60-30, which, you know, 70-30. 55-45 as things close out. There we go. Shmeeshmow. He does the foolery, dodges the slap anyway. Leaping kick. Maybe the worst possible option in that scenario. Does it twice in a row. Goes for the punch. No one can land a thing. We are halfway through this match. No one's landed an attack. And not for lack of trying. There's a headbutt. Good crit. 340. Slap. That's going to be a good chunk. Dos. Needs 2 more. A thwack will do it. Twiddling 2. That's going to finish it off. He grits, but there's not enough time. Is there any real difference between 950 and 999 stats? In the original game, no. In DX, yes. They changed how the damage formula works. Ooh, Thwack can do big damage. Thwack gonna do big damage. He takes it. We're going to game 3. I really hope I wake up tomorrow and, you know, I'm not gonna press my luck, but it would be nice to be able to go to the gym and do some like light stuff, maybe just the bike or elliptical or something. Maybe do some squats, some like light squats, like maybe like 100 pounds or less. 8 seconds left. Next hit wins. Leaping kick kills with the crit. Look at that. Very close match. The Mew takes it, though. Alright, we got 7 matches left. Susie times 3 and Astroman. I could always just do squats with no weight. I could just go for endurance. I could do like 200 squats with nothing, no weight, just body weight. Okay, predictions live. %80 on Susie. Here we go. Giant whip. Tail swing. Dude, and also the worst thing, I forgot I had fucking product in my hair. I don't put product in my hair very often, but I just put a little bit in before I started working out. And as I started sweating, it was like getting into my eyes, and I was like, oh no. It's the burning. It was burning. I didn't feel it till the very, very end, though. And then it was just like doing bag work, like post sparring, and like I had to have my eyes closed. I sweat burning the worst. Yeah, it's rough as is, and then when you got shit in your hair, that definitely makes it worse. Susie's gonna take that one 2-0. Dude, having a cut on your forehead. So I get like psoriasis, like flare-ups, right, on my scalp line and on my my forehead every now and then. I think I don't know if it's like a seasonal thing or what it is, because it comes and goes. It was really bad a couple of weeks ago, and now it's like fine again. So I don't know what the deal is. Or like maybe not fine, but better. But when I have a flare-up and then I sweat on it, it like actually feels like it's on fire. It stings like hell. Cora and Articuno up next. Stress related, not the weird yeast stuff. I don't know if it's like a cortisol type thing. Yeah, cortisol related, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Because it could also be diet. It could be like a lot of stuff. The thing is, I changed so many like little things about my life this year. Prediction is live. And so many little things change like from season to season for me. Like, it was really, really bad last winter. And then it kind of went away when I started doing more boxing. And then it, like, kind of came back a couple of weeks ago when I, like, hadn't been boxing too much. But then I started up again, and it got worse. And then now it's going away again. So, I don't know. It could be a hormone-related thing. It could be diet. I don't know. I'm just doing my best. I don't think it's yeast related though. I've always had like, it's not dandruff. Like I've had like flakes in my hair. That's just the thing I've had since the day I was born. It's like cradle cap that never went away. Power bang at 24%. That would have been sick. And so, you know, I do my best to medicate that and whatever. But it feels like it's been, like, creeping, like, further down onto, like, my chest that has, like, hair on it. Could be dry skin. It's not dry skin. It's like a type of dry skin, but there's, like, nothing I can do about it in terms of, like, moisturizing. That, like, fixes it. Like, oils in my hair and stuff like that don't do anything. Little blotchy parts in the middle of your chest, yeah. After surgery, I got home and the stress was so bad, all your hair fell out. Like all of it, and had to start over like a chia pet. Oh my god. And then you got finasteride, and you got on the Demoxenil. What's the real one called? Minoxidil? Minoxidil sounds faker than Demoxenil. But that might also just be because I heard Demoxenil first on The Simpsons. Yeah, Minoxidil is fake ass That's not a real product. Has the longest power known to man, wasted on pat spam. That's classic, though. Articuno gonna take that. Razor Leaf and Bunny Rocks. We got a bunny fight. Oh my god. Minox you have to basically use for the rest of your life and it works? Okay. I've been lucky enough to, like... My hair is, like, thinning as I get older, but not in a way that is particularly noticeable. I have, like, a widow's peak that's been, like, slowly creeping up, but it's been slowly creeping up for about 12 years now. So, I just put my arm down. Oh, why? Why, body? Why are you doing this to me? As long as I sit, like, perfectly still, I'm fine. Prediction is live. Vegeta look is common, yeah. Wouldn't have even known your hair thinning. Looks thick AF. I mean, it's like, it's thinning in the sense that, like, it's not as thick as it was when I was, like, 16 years old, right? But it's not... I don't have, like, a bald spot or anything like that. That's a back injury. Don't even breathe. All right. I'll do my best. Fuck. I hate this, man. It's more frustration than anything. I mean, the pain is also there. The pain is very real. But I think the frustration is worse. The double Kung Fu kick miss? They're trying. They're swinging. Hard straight, a little bit of damage. We don't want to see no gas. Kung Fu fist? He's trying. He's trying to get the comeback. Big spin kick miss. Another one. Well, we're on the board. We got 1-2 punch. You need one more. Straight's going to run out the clock. Razor Leaf takes game number 1. Copious amounts of narcotics if it was legal for me to do so. I hate taking them as is and still hurts. I mean, weed is legal in Canada. But it's just, you know, I haven't, like, smoked weed in, God, I don't know. Since I haven't smoked the weed since it was legal. We'll just say that. So legal to pass for me though. Yeah, I mean it will. Razor Leaf gonna barely take that one. It'll pass. Yeah, this is like, this is the worst it's been in a really long time. But deal with it. It is what it is. Fill in later and Shaluxo up next. I'm excited, honestly, to go shower, get to bed super early, and 11 o'clock is like super early for me, and then watch a movie, go to sleep, wake up real early, hopefully not be dying, and work on some more of the Rancher Rundown. Hopefully have it done for tomorrow before I leave for work. Prediction is live. What do you guys like? Because I gotta leave for 6. Can I have it done for 6? I'm thinking of, like, videos I've done in the past, and I feel like the thing that's gonna stop me more than anything else is literally rendering. What's this rundown on? It's on Mew. I can have it done this week, no problem. I should probably just, like, this is an unforeseen circumstance, and I shouldn't, like, stress myself out trying to get it done. Because I know I'm going to have to, like, take breaks, and I'm going to be, like, I shouldn't just sit at a desk all day when my, my back is on fire. 70% on fill in later. Am I unwell? Yeah. How many monsters do we have? 6? 7? Something like that? Yeah, spin die. I hurt my back. The firewall. That cold fog. It's the opposite of firewall. Oh my god, the blue wisp killer? God, I want the blue wisp killer. How many more monsters? Oh, I already read that. My brain is short-circuiting. It's fine. Trying to get pulled off the opioids within the next few months and go medicinal. I've been sober for 4 years. Hell yeah. Congrats, bro. That's sick. It's so, like, not to, like, you know, it's not a brave stance to say the over prescription of opioids is, like, fucked up so much of society. Like, that's not, I'm not saying anything new, but, like, damn, dude, I'm glad you're off that. I remember my dad got in a snow machine accident, real bad, going, like, 180 miles an hour on his snow machine, and hit a huge, like, ridge in the ice, and he went flying. And because he was going so fast when he hit it, the snow machine, like, flew up in the air and, like, landed on him from, like, 60 feet in the air. And, like, crushed all his ribs and, like, one of his legs. Like, really, really bad injury. And they tried to give him morphine, and he, like, threatened to like, fucking kill the nurse. He's like, don't give me fucking morphine. I'm, like, I can't walk, but I'm gonna beat your ass or something like that. Did I not put Slop Tart in already? I thought I did. And he just went home and smoked a shit ton of weed, and he was, I won't say okay, but he also took a taxi home from the, this is how, like, funny my dad is. My dad's really tough, but also he took a taxi home from the hospital. Like, he snuck out a week early because they wanted to keep him there for, like, 2 weeks because the bed was too uncomfortable. Prediction is live. So, like, won't take drugs, but the bed's not comfy? Fuck that. Yeah, no, it's like, it's literally, like, miraculous that my dad survived that accident. I would have been in, fuck, I don't know. I would have been grade 7, grade 6, 56% on Slop Tart. I remember I was, like, really excited to get home to play Legend of Dragoon. And then my mom's like, kids, I gotta tell you something. And then it's like, dad's been in an accident, and, like, he's stable and this and that. And I just remember being like, all right, whatever. Because, like, to me, my dad was, like, invincible. So it's like, yeah, is he not dead? All right, well, I'm going to play some Legend of Dragoon then. Like, it wasn't out of, like, lack of care. It was like, I literally did not think it was possible for him to get hurt. I was just like, he's alive, he's fine. I forget what the surgery was, but my grandfather ended up being operated on without painkillers. They used smelling salts to keep him awake and stop him from going into shock. That's fucking new tortured. What the hell? Hurt your back sucks. Yeah, it's an old injury that has flared up for the first time in, like, a decade. I love how many times they gotta, like, jump out of the way to avoid the triple cubes. Alright, that's a lot of rapid. Power? Both mons can win this right now. Who swings first? Stab? Oh! Beat his ass. Slop Tart, gonna win that one. Very, very close. Came down to last hit. That's so frustrating when you're fighting a tank and you have power and your guy doesn't swing first. Water fasting triggers it easy enough. Could help with your recovery. Okay, I'll take a look. Thank you. Wham, shall, me, myself, and I. he, myself, and I. Okay, prediction is live. %56 on Whamshell. I have degenerative disc disease, so I know the back spasms and pain flare. Muscle relaxers. I gotta get on some. Panera Bread after hours? What do they do with the old bread? The double long punch? Donate to local charity? That's actually sick. Ooh. He went for the gross fist missile and he missed it. Can't land a damn attack. Me, myself, and I trying so hard. Swing 1,000 times and you miss. What are you gonna do? Whamshell gonna take that one 2-0. There was a time where I was super broke when I first moved to the city, and my parents were still like kind of helping me. I had a little bit of money, but like my parents were doing what they could to help me with rent. Like I was broke as shit, and so because I felt so bad that my parents were helping me, I was like, I don't know, 19, 20 at the time. I had quit my job in Mississauga to move to Toronto. Mississauga is like, I don't want to say a suburb, but it's like, I guess kind of a suburb. It's like an Aurora to Chicago type situation. But yeah, I was just like, I was so like destitute, and I was like, I can't spend any money because the money my parents give me for like rent needs to stay for rent, and like I can't, you know, I can't disappoint them or whatever. So I was living on, I would go to the grocery store after they would like mark down their like bread for the day. Prediction is live. And so I would buy bread after it went on sale from that day, which was at like 10 p.m. because it was an all-night grocery store. And I would buy like a thing of dip, like a hummus or like a baba ganoush or whatever that was about to expire. And so that would be half price. And so I would end up spending like $2 a day on food, and it would be bread and it would be dip, and I lived like that for like a month, 2 months. And the only time I spent any food is when Tiana came over, and we would go to the grocery store and like buy food to like make a meal or whatever. %67 on Deluxo. Here we go. Yeah, I think I lived that way for like, must have been like 2 months. And then I got a job and it was like sick. I can afford shit now. It wasn't even a good job, and it wasn't even a lot of hours, but it was something. I remember getting the job and not even, I wasn't, all right, that's a whole set, right? You won the first game. I wasn't even excited. They were like, congratulations, you got the job. And I'm like, I'm 20 fucking years old working at a grocery store. Like, all right, I'm happy I'm going to be able to afford rent, but I'm not, I'm not elated. Sorry, lady. All right. So that's it for today. That's it for this tournament. Let's end this tournament. So who do we got? Let's take a look at the standings. Oh, you can see me a little bit. Hello. I didn't set an old man up for this. I'm going to hide. I don't even have the camera pointed at me. It's like at the ceiling. I've been here the whole time. I'm Sam Reich. Primus, the Joker baby, Arc, 3 times Pimpy, Totally Legal, and Charybdis, all with 3-0s today. Very, very exciting. Congratulations to everybody there, including my boy. We got the Poop Man, Claire Farron, Shmishmau, Esaradon, Veteran, Susie times 3, Wham Shell, Razor Leaf, Tongue Slap, and Fill In Later, Slop Tart, Crawdaddy, Articuno V2, Claw Lobber, all with a 2 and 1. So some of those monsters may advance. We got Beef Tank, Mr. Shoeheart, Deluxo, Astroman DX, Me, Myself, and I, Bunny Rocks, Ronaldinho, Snow Day, Async, Bombird, Shaluxo, Cora, Knee, Ravana, Tsukiko, Manly Oak, and Shrike with a 1 and 2. That's Monster Rancher, baby. This is the Deluxe Cup winner. Going 1 and 2 today. And No Fly Zone, Canner Undoom, Sex Haver, Uzi, and Predator having a less than stellar day, but it is what it is. So this is the end of the first leg of the DXBL. I hope you guys enjoyed. The next part is going to be not so dependent on tiers, but basically what's going to happen is everybody who is has a certain level of mastery points will be put into B rank. Monsters in the middle will be put into C rank, and monsters that have like negative points will be put into D rank. And they're just going to stay there for a little bit. You can gain points. You can still you can become like an extremely winning D rank monster. If you like constantly win, you will just get a shit ton of points in D rank. We're going to have championships for each rank, and then there will be promotional tournaments later on. So it's going to go from being nothing but these Swiss tournaments to get people seeded, essentially. It's going to turn into some of this for seeding. It's going to turn into some tournaments for promotion. It's going to turn into some tournaments for championship belts and a lot of stuff. It's going to become a much more varied format from this point on. I hope you guys enjoyed. I talked too loud. I talked too loud, and that hurt my back. So let's raid somebody so I can go sleep. Yeah, let's raid Mar. He's playing some Double Dash, I think. Hell yeah. See, this is the shit. Mar's on his game. He's it's September for him, right? It's September for all of us. You get discounts if you sub, but Mar is the coolest dude. And he's like totally on his like let's make sure I can afford rent. Oh, that was a really fucked up laugh, but it hurt when I was doing it, so that's why I sounded like a huge nerd. I wish I had the wherewithal to like plan ahead and like do subathons and shit. I don't know. He knows what he's doing though. He's got his shit figured out. I'm gonna go to sleep. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.